ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Vinland Saga. And again, what an episode we have here. I think everybody has been probably waiting for this moment that happened here. I'm sure manga readers have been hyping up this moment, and it more than lived up to the hype over here. And just the way it was shot and the back and forth that was happening here, just standing by your convictions. We have the first half very much focused on Thorfinn and the bet that happened in previous episodes, and him standing by what he believes in. And also towards the second half of the episode, we finally have the big moment that has been leading up to this, with Thorfinn and Canute finally being face to face and seeing each other after 4 years. How much everything has changed, and how much both of them have changed, because they are completely different people than when they first met or when they were together. So yeah, we have a lot to unpack from this episode, and I feel like Einar was such an awesome addition for him to be there towards the end when both of them were clashing. We're gonna get to that, so let's get into it and talk about it. Now, at the beginning, we have Thorfinn being like a sandbag, literally being punched one after the other, everybody laughing and counting. But I really like how he handled that. I kind of knew he was gonna do something like this, kind of shift his weight, pretend like he's taking the full brunt of the punches, but he's so well trained that he could diminish the impact of those punches. Even Drott was feeling it, like he wasn't getting enough feedback from his punches, and even Wolf on the side there was starting slowly to recognize that Thorfinn is very skilled warrior, seeing him like that, knowing what he was doing. And also Einar looking at Thorfinn, still trying to understand him, and slowly after all of this finally saying, this is your first method, just to endure and not fight back. Now, just with Einar, I feel like Einar has probably been the most important character in season 2 for Thorfinn. I feel like they're made perfect for each other. Even the author mentioned it. If you watch Gigak's interview with the author of Vinland Saga, Einar is just perfectly made for Thorfinn. I highly recommend that video, but it just shows here even more how well they work together and how good they are for each other. To say finally Thorfinn has an actual proper friend that cares for him, and he also cares for him back there. But yeah, the punches kept going and going. We have even Snake and Olmar showing up, wanting to stop there, and they kind of distract Thorfinn a bit, and he finally gets a huge hit that knocks him down. We need a referee to count there, and Snake being shocked when he finally finds out about the bet, and Olmar also at the same time. And I'm gonna give credit again to Olmar for last episode, how far he has gotten, also considering where he started. Make sure to check out that video also for last week. And when Thorfinn said it perfectly, when Snake asked him, we told him, hey, we tried to talk about this, it didn't work out. But yes, everybody always says we try to talk about it, but things just escalated. Being it in normal things, in war, in everything, it always escalates. But have you actually tried to talk about it? Have you put enough effort to reach an understanding, to calm down a bit? I'm paraphrasing a bit, but this has always been on my mind in general. It's very easy to jump to the nuclear option, or to violence, or to everything when there are lack of understanding, lack of communication. Just actually put the effort and try to understand the other side also. Give them credit. Don't always dismiss whatever the other side is saying. Some things, everybody is different, everybody values things differently. This is why I really liked this side from Thorfinn. Are you sure? Did they put enough effort into it, or did you just jump with your swords there, and he gets back up and even starts provoking Drott. Hey, let's do this. I have people that are waiting for me, and the determination he had there, everybody being stunned. I don't think after that moment, I don't think they were talking anymore. The faces they had, everybody was looking at them, and even Einar, stopping Snake, just holding his hand as tight as he could. I felt like Einar was saying, trust him, let him do this, believe in him, and even Snake understood that. And yeah, that was amazing. And this is something that I always love in anime, when somebody does something that just amazes everybody, leaves people with shocked faces, be it a plot twist, a power level, whatever you want to call it. And here, seeing all of them, the group that was there betting, being assholes, mocking him, not a word, they were just stunned looking there. The only thing you could hear were the punches, and you have Drott just the last 3 or 4, whatever it was, 97, 98, 99, and 100. He barely did them. He kind of lost the battle of endurance there, and seeing his reaction right after admitting defeat, I'm sorry, I doubted you. You are a true warrior, and that kind of counts a lot, considering how the series started, especially from Thor's, and winning the respect of somebody is more important than their fear. And even now you have Drott vouching for him, acknowledging Thorfinn. A complete shift in dynamic that happened between them, considering how they started when they first met and right now where they are here. But Thorfinn more than paid for that. He's in a rough shape. He looks like a blowfish, to say the least, but he stood by what he believed him. Now Drott telling him and even asking Wolf to let him see the king, and even Wolf coming in asking him, why did you not strike back? Would have defeated him, and maybe this would have been faster and easier. And Thorfinn still standing by what he believes, saying, can't hit when I want peace, I'm here to negotiate. But yeah, and kept continuing, we barely know each other, why do we need to fight? This is just because Canute and Kettle, and they should play. I had to Google this, I didn't know what it was. Nefaftal, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. It's like an old checkers / chess game. I don't know the rules or how to play it. So yeah, this is very true. We always have people that are in power, they have a conflict for whatever, doesn't matter which side is wrong or correct or whatever they did to each other, but it's always the guys under that pay more of the price, because you have them on top, hey, start fighting, and so many people died because of this. Imagine if Kettle wasn't an asshole and surrender. Fuck you, Kettle, I am never gonna forgive you and I hope you die. We still don't know what exactly happened with Kettle or what's going to happen. I hope Canute kills him. But Canute also, he's a tyrant. Do the ends justify the means with what he's trying to achieve? And by the way, he's going about doing it. Very ruthless doing it here. But it's between them, and imagine them playing chess, check or whatever to settle this conflict here. And Thorfinn put it perfectly. We just met today. You are not my enemies. Talking to Wolf and all of the people there. I don't have any enemies. And that scene was just so powerful. I wish... this is just me wishful thinking. Imagine if more people had this mentality. But this is what Vinland and the author are trying to convey here. But yeah, in a real world it's probably not going to happen. But it's nice having a story like this, characters like this. Even got to Wolf saying he likes it and tells him to suggest it to Canute, so they played that game. I really hope we're gonna have that game. Who knows, maybe it's gonna be the most important game in Vinland Saga, but we're gonna see. Now Thorfinn shows how much he respects Einar and how much he cares for him. Hey, come with me, you have a lot of things to say to the king. And Einar agrees and goes goes there, but on the way they also see all of the bodies that are around, even thinking of Pater. Thorfinn like, don't look, you're not gonna be able to remain calm. And yeah, that's very true, but also we know that Einar has major rage issues. I'm not saying it's bad that he has, we just know, and it doesn't happen at the best times there. Now, before Thorfinn comes face to face with Canute, Canute remembers the past, the scar, everything Askeladd when Wolf was telling him, but he decides to respect what Thorfinn did to get this far, and they're finally face to face. And this was the second half of the episode here, with them finally having this long-awaited conversation and reunion, with Canute saying it's been a while and telling him, you must hate me for making you a slave, or for what happened with Askeladd. And Thorfinn, both just showing how different both of them are, when Thorfinn said, hey, I'm still alive after drawing my sword against the king, and that's very true. He should have been executed on the spot there with what happened. It doesn't matter his reasoning or anything, don't draw your sword against the king, and I appreciate you sparing my life, and I'm sorry about the scar. And all of them shocked when they heard that. I always like those reactions in characters and everything, when you find out something so shocking. Wolf, he's the dude that scarred the king. Thorfinn, the one that is said to be on the same level of a warrior as Thorkel, they're just finally realizing who they were dealing with. And Einar, what all this time? That was so fun. This is why I love anime and Vinland. Them saying it's been 4 years since then, and both of them have changed tremendously. They're very different people than back then. This is where we have Thorfinn asking Canute to leave the farm, but Canute just refusing, saying he can't. And this is where we have very good points made here. 100 men already died. You have made your point for what Kettle did, when Canute starts, hey, this is Kettle's doing, is because of him, Olmar did all of that. But we all know that Canute started this entire thing. Of course, Kettle was a moron also, but Canute still sticking to his guns here. Yeah, so many people died because of this. Now, my favorite thing, I gotta give it to Einar, straight up major balls from Einar, calling him out on his bullshit, talking to Canute there, and even calling him a thief, telling him, start your own farm, then you're gonna realize how wrong it is to take it from somebody else. And that's very, very true, and this is why I like Einar. He's honest to a fault, and has the balls to say that to the king and to his face there. And now Thorfinn asking him, do you still believe in that utopia? And I really liked the answer from Canute, how he handled that, going on about how he's the king, how powerful he's. I can't really portray it properly in my words. The scene did it much better than I am relaying that, how he said it there. He kept going on, and the way he used there to justify his action, saying, my power is so great, I'll stop these waves, and points the hand at the waves, and I'm like, there's no way he's gonna stop the waves. Like, this is not a power fantasy type of story. We don't have powers, magic here, or science, or anything. And he doesn't, of course he doesn't, but I really like that, saying, I am powerless. The only one that can do it is God. He has the power, and to build paradise is to defy God, to have a rebellion. And that's true, by the way he looked at it. I really like how he put that thing into words. You have to go against the world and against the God, against everything, to be able to do something like this. Look at us, we're Vikings, destruction, and it's everything we've done so far. Do we deserve this paradise? Probably not, but so what? Everybody should have a chance there. This is what humans do. This is human nature. We are sinners. Even look at our own history, let alone this anime. Everybody has sinned to a lower or a greater degree, and the way he said it, even blowed he blown Thorfinn's mind, saying, I want to save the Vikings also, rule them, unite them, get them together. And Thorfinn was amazed there, saying Canute is incredible. That didn't even cross my mind, to save the Vikings. So it's gonna be really interesting how they're gonna do, what they're gonna do together, how they're gonna work this out or not work it out, because they want the same things but by very different means. And when Thorfinn said that never occurred to him, but Einar wanted to punch him instantly. Hey, you wanna save the Vikings, considering how much Einar has lost? Ethelred, all from Ethelred, from Svein, now from Canute also. It feels like the entire bloodline has kind of fucked over Einar here. And the most important question, this is why I feel like Einar was kind of the voice of reason in them. You have two sorry, I'm bumbling my word, extremes there. Canute doing anything and everything for his goals, killing whatever he wanted, taking whatever he wanted. Einar trying to go through the pacifist route, the ideal route. And then you have the realist in the middle, Einar asking, who is gonna save all of the people you killed so far for your goals? Yeah, that's a very good question. If everybody deserves Utopia, even the murderers, the killer, the warriors, the whatever Vikings have done, what about the victims? What about them? Who's going to save them? And that's a very good question. It's very easy to be on the side, hey, I'm doing whatever I want for my goals, fuck whoever is in front of me, I'm the hero of my story, every villain. But when you kind of break down some things, yeah, the means, yeah, who saves the victims there? But Canute still staying strong to what he believes, saying, hate me if you want, I'm still not going to leave. What are you going to do, Thorfinn? And commands all of the Vikings to surround them. And that's pretty much the episode. We're gonna have to wait a bit more, but again, an amazing episode. Finally have the reunion, the conversation between them. So many great things have been said, the scenes here, all of the build-up that led to this moment. But unfortunately, we only have 2 episodes left. This was 22, we have 23 and 24. I need more Vinland Saga. I'm not ready for it to be over. Just insane how good this series have been. And the people that have been complaining about season 2, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I get it. Don't watch it. You don't like it. But Vinland Saga season 2, for me, in my opinion, has been just simply amazing. And I can't wait for next week to see how this confrontation, so to say, is gonna be resolved between Thorfinn and Canute, their conversation. And I hope we're gonna get to have that game between Canute and Ketil. Just imagine them sitting on 2 logs, a random table in front of them, and playing, and who loses dies or something like that. But hey, I'm really hoping that Ketil is going to die, so yeah. And I also need that snake episode. But yeah, we're gonna talk overall about the series, about the season, when we get to the last episode. So please watch Vinland Saga. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Vinland Saga. Make sure to check out the podcast, Because Anime. I'm gonna see you again in the next one. Bye bye.